Dumitru, and I was president of the AAEM from 2000 to 2001. And during my presidency, I think some of the biggest issues that we faced was really a questioning of who we are, what we were about, and where we were going. A number of the members raised issues concerning the issue that electrodiagnostic medicine was a, shall we say, mature technology. And as a result of that, we recognize that there hasn't been a lot of new developments, and so the question of relevance became somewhat of a burning issue. And so we did a lot of self-introspection about where we were going to go. And what we decided is that we continue to be relevant despite the fact that technology continues to progress in various imaging studies and gene deletion studies. But in order to arrive at that conclusion, I would say we went through a lot of soul searching. And the biggest contribution I think I made as Secretary, Treasurer, and President is the implementation of a strategic planning process that was meant to be dynamic and vibrant and kept us going forward. So I think we implemented a good strategic planning process that we continue to deal with today and hopefully will continue to deal with into the future. In essence, it's meant to give us a methodology of how we deal with what we're going to do, what we're about, and where we're going, in addition to where we came from. I would say my second biggest contribution to the organization was an analysis of our structure and governance and exactly how we do what we do during our meetings, so that we became much more streamlined and tried to get away from a lot of ministrivia and minutiae, so that we could focus on the big picture, kind of keep that strategic planning issue alive at every board meeting, so that not only would we do the business of the organization in a much more streamlined fashion, but we would also think about the big picture at the same time. So we would have some type of strategic planning session or educational session during our annual board meetings. And I would have to say the fondest memory for me during my term as Secretary, Treasurer, and President was the heartwarming experience of observing two totally different groups of physicians, neurologists and physical medicine and rehabilitation doctors come together and recognize a commonality of challenges to move forward with those challenges, whereas we could have very easily become competitors and kind of divided ourselves. So I think to me the biggest joy I saw in the organization was that of unity, unity of thought, unity of action for going toward the future. So that's how I would summarize kind of what happened during my kind of brief term as Secretary, Treasurer, and President.